Hi guys, welcome to today's session. Thank you all for your responses on yesterday. And our yesterday's quiz question was Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fine is initiated by who? And the answer is it is by President of India. So that is the right answer. Let's now start today's session. First question for the day. Gamosa recently seen in the news is option A tribal art mostly created by tribal people from the North Sahyadri Range in India. And option B, a snack food from Northeast. Option C, a decorative cotton towel from Assam. And option D, geometric line drawing widely practiced by Hindu families in South India. And the correct answer here is it is option C, a decorative cotton towel from Assam. The Gamosa is an article of significance for the people of Assam. It is generally a white rectangular piece of cloth with primarily a red border on three sides and red woven motifs on the fourth side. You can see in the picture here. In addition to red, other colors are also used. Although cotton yarn is the most common material for weaving or making these gamosas, there are special occasion ones made from pat silk also. And it was in news recently, the COVID-19 pandemic has made this gamosa, this cotton towel, they evolved from a memento to mask. So people are using this as mask now. So that was in news. We'll now move to second question. Second question is with reference to World Health Organization WHO, consider the following statements. Statement 1, it is governed by G7 countries. Statement 2, its core function is to direct and coordinate international health work through collaboration. And statement 3, the United States is currently the WHO's biggest contributor of funds. So which of the above statements is correct? Option A 1 and 2 only. Option B 2 and 3 only. Option C 1 and 3 only. And option D 1, 2 and 3. So guys, it is not governed by G7 countries. They have separate governance mechanism. So the answer here is option B 2 and 3 only. The World Health Organization is founded in 1948. It is a specialized agency of the United Nations. As we all know, it coordinates on international health issues. And recently, US has stated that it will cut WHO funding, citing the reason that WHO failed to handle COVID-19 pandemic effectively. And the US government has long been actively engaged with WHO, providing financial and technical support as well as participating in its governance structure, etc. US is currently the largest contributor to WHO. There are 4 types of funding sources to WHO. One is assessed contribution. Second one is specified voluntary contributions. Third one is core voluntary contributions. And the last one is PIP contributions, that is Pandemic Influence Preparedness Contribution. Assessed contributions is that it sets amounts expected to be paid by the member states governments. And second one, voluntary contributions come from member states in addition to their assessed contribution or from other partners. And core voluntary contributions allows less well-funded activities to benefit from a better flow of resources and ease implementation bottlenecks that arise when immediate financing is lacking. And pandemic influenza preparedness contributions were started in 2011 to improve and strengthen the sharing of influenza viruses with human pandemic potential and to increase the access of developing countries to vaccines and other pandemic related supplies. So that are the 4 funding mechanisms of WHO. You can expect a question this year on WHO. Moving to the last question for the day. Last question is, with reference to World Trade Organization WTO, consider the following statements. Statement 1, under the WTO system, generally, countries are designated as developed, developing and least developed countries. And statement 2, there are no WTO definitions of developed and developing countries. And statement 3, members announce for themselves whether they are developed or developing countries. Which of the above statements is correct? Option A 1 and 2 only. Option B 2 and 3 only. Option C 1 and 3 only. And option D 1, 2 and 3. So guys, the correct answer here is it is option D 1, 2 and 3. All the above statements are correct. Guys, here I am not going into much facts related to WTO. And our quiz question for today is, where is the headquarters of WTO located? Please post your answers in the comment section. Coming back to discussion, there was recently a controversy going on in WTO between US and China. And in WTO, China is still a developing country. There are no WTO definitions of developed and developing countries. Members announce for themselves whether they are developed or developing countries. However, other members can challenge the decision of a member to make use of provisions available to developing countries. And developing country status in WTO brings certain rights. The developing country status ensures special and differential treatment or provisions which allow them more time to implement agreements and commitments. It includes measures to increase trading opportunities. It safeguards the trade interest and support to build capacity to handle disputes and implement technical standards. So that are the advantages with developing country status in WTO. China became a WTO member in 2001. By 2011, China became the second largest economy in GDP terms and the first largest merchandise exporter and the fourth largest commercial services exporter and the first destination for inward FDI among developing countries. And the US President has asked for changing the WTO rules for changing developing country status of China. And the Trump accused China of taking advantage of US through the World Trade Organization, saying that if Beijing is considered as a developing country, then US should be also considered as one. But the issue here is if China is forced to take on the duties of developing country and forego the benefits of a developing country, the West could soon ask other developing countries that are ahead of China, at least in per capita terms, to do the same. So that is the contention here. So that's all for today, guys. We'll meet tomorrow with another set of questions. Please post answer to the quiz question and your scores in the comment section. Thank you for watching.